Okay, I'm ready.
All right.
All right, now, Nikia, this is how we do this. Barbara sits you in the hot seat and interrogates you like a cop. You know, she gets all the information out of you. Just get straight nosy with it. And then after that, around 9:30, we say calls. And then after that, we take a little break. We come back from break a little after 10 o'clock. Miss Marie Jones will do her Good Morning at Night segment. Then we'll talk to you a little bit more, talk about some, different topics. We'll also bring on some more callers to, talk to you. And also, I want to let you callers know, ask your question. And after she answers, you can ask a follow-up question or make a comment, then get the heck off the phone so we take the next call. All right, so don't. It's not your show, all right? So don't try to spotlight yourself with your question. But thank you for calling, though. Thank you all for calling. Thank you all for listening. We appreciate y'all. Okay, now let's get back. Barbara, all yours.
Lady Nikki, because I know PRs like y'all to talk about records and tours. But I'm trying to get a little bit background for the fans because it's instrumental in your fan base for us to know a little something personal about you. Because some people forget y'all are human, not just celebrities and artists. So with that being said, I want to commend you on your sound and the incredible beauty as a confident, full-figure artist. Unfaithful, girl, you put your foot in that. It labels you as a cross between Mary J., Mariah, and the legend herself, Whitney, to me. My first question, what's your octave range? Because I hear contralto and some bass in some of the songs. And being a full-figured artist, have you experienced issues with video and recording production because of your size?
No, not at all. I don't really consider myself full figure. I just consider myself a woman, and I don't really think that, that's really a factor or should be a factor for any artist.
All right. Say that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what about your octave range? What is that? Is that a contralto? Because I hear that and some bass in there in some of the songs, like Unfaithful and maybe I have a really wide range. I can sing soprano, baritone, alto, whatever I need to sing, I have a wide range, so I can pretty much sing in every key. When you said Whitney was your Beyonce on your page, and giving homage to her because the woman career spoke for itself, she could take anything and make it a tune. Why did you say that?
Because that's, growing up in, the 80s and 90s, that's who you looked up to. That was, the person that I saw that made me say, oh, my God, I want to be a singer.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I mean, I think she's one of the greatest artists of all time, her sound, and there will be no one that can come along to replace that.
No. How does your family play a role in your career? And I'm asking because being that most female artists had their spouse as a manager, like Tina Turner, Mariah Carey herself, or Jill Scott, and it was unsuccessful due to jealousy, infidelity, and theft. How strong is the partnership between you and your husband when it comes to your career and business?
Okay, so that's a good question. So our partnership is very strong in that aspect. My husband actually oversees, like, the promotions, with all of my projects. And we have a really, really good understanding. And, I mean, of course, at first it was rocky because I have a very strong, dominant personality, and so does he. But at the end of the day, we make decisions for the greater good of the brand. So, everything is on the up and up with that.
Now, performing with Charlie Wilson and Melissa Morgan, because that's how she said her name, two legends, had to be an incredible experience. Give us a memory from that. Were they down to earth, and did they offer you any advice for your solo career?
Okay, well, Charlie Wilson's my uncle, so...
God almighty. Go ahead, girl.
I've done a lot of stuff with him in the studio, on stage.
Well, I got something personal right there. Y'all heard that? She know the man himself. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, to be honest, growing up, I went on tour with him a lot. Like, I would sit backstage and stuff. And he honestly really did not want me to be a singer. He would always say to me, like, the industry is very hard for women. Are you sure this is what you do? And he always tells me, stay focused and just be true to yourself and be true to who you are. And that's what I did, the whole ride, and that's what I'll continue to do. So.
What about Melissa Morgan? Because a lot of people said she was uppity and stuck up. Did you come across that working with her?
Not at all. Not at all.
Wow.
I don't think uppity and stuck up is a good word. I think that she's a very well put together woman, and she knows what she wants, and she's very articulate and very talented, and she's very strong. And a lot of people don't understand people that are strong.
Right. Because a few artists have said that about her. That's why I'm asking you, because as a new artist and up and coming, that's what I'm saying. How did she come across to you? Because a few of them said when they dealt with her in the beginning that's how she came across to them, ignored them, uppity, thought she was better. So I'm asking you, since you dealt with her, how did she come across to you, or how did she interact with you when you were performing with her? That's why I asked you that, because a lot of people said that.
Yeah, well,
a lot of female artists said it.
I don't know. It's she was a very genuine person. To me, she didn't come across any type of way, and I think that's because, again, she has a very strong personality. But I can understand that, and I can appreciate that, because I have a very strong personality. So I think it's a thing that she's confident, she knows what she wants, and sometimes that intimidates people. Sometimes people take that as, a lot of people that I meet, when they first meet me, they think that, like, oh my God, you're so nasty. And then once they kind of get to know me, they're like, okay, you're just very focused, and you have to be that way. So I didn't find her nasty at all.
Well, like every other artist I've interviewed, in your quest for a recording contract or however close you've come, have you ever or would you compromise your personal morals and values?
Absolutely not. Obviously we all know that, the music industry has changed a lot, coming from where it was to where it is now. And a lot of it now is just really a popularity contest. And me, I don't do this to be popular. I do this to make good music that people understand and that they can feel and they understand, and that helps them get through a certain day. I like for my songs to, when someone hears them say, oh, my God, I understand that. I went through that.
Something.
Exactly.
That was my next question. How do you feel about the female artists of this generation in general? Because a lot of them are a plethora of talent, yet they feel compelled to show more skin, less vocals to get notoriety. And would you have done this had you not had the training from your uncle or any other good advice?
I still would have been in the industry and did what I wanted to do. However, I'm a singer, so I don't feel like I need to be half naked to deflect from my voice. I want someone, when I step on the stage and perform, I want someone to be mesmerized by my voice and say, I want to go buy her music, I want to go buy her CD because I love the way she sounds. I don't want someone to buy my CD because I'm half naked on the cover.
Right. And that's the problem with a lot of these young girls now. That's why they become one-night wonders. They're listening to that bad advice, show your breasts, show your ass, and assume that, somebody's going to keep looking. When you fail to realize as you get older, those things will deflect they deflate. They're not going to stay that way. And if you get extras, they're going to talk about that too. So it's best, to go by, who you are in the sound and be confident like you are. Be confident in who you are when you create your music so people will remember that. You want them to remember you for your music, not, your body.
Exactly.
Because that's not always going to be there. What about a cappella? Because I heard you do that Trayvon Martin thing, and, girl, you put your foot in that. Most artists aren't good without synthesizers and boards. Do you feel it's important to have that essential tool at an artist's disposal?
It depends. It depends on, what you're doing. Obviously, if you're a singer, you can sing with music, without music. To me, when I'm creating a song, to me the most important part is the piano. Because you need that, to create a melody, the dramatics.
And it gives you range.
Exactly.
Well, maybe Dreams and Unfaithful. Where did they come from? Because I love them. Those are my favorites. I downloaded those.
Why, thank you.
You're welcome.
So Unfaithful, that song came from a couple of my girlfriends and my sisters just having a conversation about, things that are going on in everyone's life and things that they're going through. And I just felt like I needed to put that song out there for women to know that other women are going through that too. And sometimes when women are so strong that when they're going through something that they hold it all in and they don't get the help they really need because they don't want to say anything.
Amen.
So I just kind of put that out there just, for women to know that other women are going through that too. And then, like the rap parts that are in the song, if you listen to the words, the artist that's rapping is Dee, formerly of Sitting Pretty. Shout out to her. But, if you really listen to the lyrics of what she's saying, she's really like just telling this man that, I was there for you, I held you down, I went through all this stuff, and it doesn't matter how much I held you down, you still just felt like you needed to find whatever it was you needed elsewhere.
Right, it was a powerful message if you were listening. I mean, the hook and lyrics and then your voice on there was enough to keep you interested. But if you were listening to the words, she did give the truth. That was the truth on that. And a lot of women don't like to admit that, but yeah, she tore that up with putting that truth in there to it.
Right.
She did. What about Dreams? Because I thought that should have been the anthem. Like Debbie Gibson song was years ago for all the graduates in college. I thought Dreams should have been an anthem, too, for this generation. That and Maybe where did they come from?
Okay, so Dreams, that song was an accident. I was...
There's no accidents in good music, girl. No accidents in good music. No accidents in good music.
So... When I actually wrote Dreams in like 5 minutes, literally. So I'm in the studio.
You playing, right?
No, I'm not kidding. So
wow, damn girl.
I'm in the studio with with my producers and stuff, and we were actually working on something else. And my producer started playing around on the keyboard, and the melody just came to me instantly, and I was like, wait, play that again. And he was like, come on, stop playing. We got to finish this other song. And I'm like, no. When your creative starts to flow, you got to go. You got to run.
Get in it. Yep.
So I literally wrote the song in 5 minutes.
Wow.
And we recorded the song, and that was it from there.
Girl, you on your way. What about Maybe Because, I mean, that felt really personal there.
Maybe I was really personal. I was just, in my feelings, going through some things. So I expressed myself through music. So, instead of, killing somebody, I'm like, let me just take this pen and paper.
Yeah. Because that was, what about, look, if 20 years from now, you're listening to the radio, I'm listening to the radio, and the young upstart starts to sing in her own rendition, Unfaithful Dreams or Maybe how would that make you feel? Would it make you feel accomplished?
It definitely would. It would make me feel very honored.
Wow. Well, tell us something else about Lady Nikki that we don't know except for the fact that your uncle is Charlie Wilson, because that just blew me away right there. No wonder you sound the way you sound. Tell us something else we don't know. You're welcome.
Okay, let's see. I mean, how personal do you want to get here?
Get extremely, because right now I'm going to say, if y'all seen her face, for everybody listening, she's a very beautiful lady. So aside from your looks, give us something on the inside that none of us know, not even hubby, that nobody knows.
That not even hubby. Yeah!
That not even hubby knows. Give us something that nobody knows about you that you feel we should know.
Okay. So, here we go. So... I mean, I'm a church-going person. I go to church on Sundays.
Yes.
But I keep a little diary of, like, my daily activity and what goes on, which no one knows that, because there's a lot of personal things.
Yes.
And I actually, before I go on stage and when I come off stage, I always say a prayer. I'm always, every morning when I get up, I'm always, reading Psalms 21, 23, and 27. And no one really knows that about me. Religion's kind of personal, but I'm a very church-going person.
So that's your background in youth, because a lot of artists, if you realize now, a lot of artists are afraid to mention that, being the fact that some of the fan base are atheists or, have their own Scientology. How do you feel about that? Because for you to say that kind of touched a nerve in me, because some of the best artists I've ever heard, when asked that on a national syndicated TV show, they hem and haw as if they tell the truth and say they believe in God, love God, worship God, that somebody ain't going to buy a damn record. So, for you to say that now, and podcast is everywhere for everybody to listen, for you to say that confidently, would you say that in front of a syndicated, television show? Because a lot of them kind of disappoint me. If you embarrass the God, he's going to be ashamed of you. That's just scripture. And you're not going to get very far. But, a lot of them I see now, when that is brought up, they hem and haw. They don't want to say specifically how they feel. Would you do that if you were in front of somebody like Larry King, Oprah, and she brought that question up like I just did? Would you answer them honestly, confident in your faith?
I absolutely would. It's a part of me. Growing up, you go to church. That's, what you do. I don't knock anybody's religion. Everyone has their own God that, that they pray to, that they worship, and that's fine. I would never, try to hide anything about me, because it's what made me what I am, right now. So.
Amen. Amen.
Would you defend the music that you sing?
Huh?
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. Go ahead. What you say?
I was going to ask her, how does she defend singing secular music versus gospel music?
That's good.
Well, I got to tell you, it's funny because I want to say a couple of years ago, my pastor had said to me, you shouldn't be singing this kind of music. You should be singing gospel music.
Mm-hmm.
I have no problem singing either or. But at the same time, you have to follow your heart. So just because I sing secular music doesn't mean that I don't believe in God, doesn't mean that I'm sinning or I'm doing, something wrong. I'm just doing something that I love and something that I feel.
Right.
So,
well, how do you juggle your personal and the children? Right along with your religion. How do you juggle your personal life with your business? Because as I said to a whole lot of the artists, it's kind of hard to try to get yourself out there and you still have a family to raise. How do you juggle between all of that and keep that balance and keep yourself balanced?
A lot of family support, and also, just a lot of time management is what it comes down to, and having a good team around you, because obviously as an independent artist you wear a lot of hats,
right?
And it's great when you have a team around you, and it does not even have to be a big team, just a small team of certain people that you can rely on, that are your backbone, that can handle things for you when you're handling something else.
Mhm. Because I saw your babies. I saw the two kids. So I don't know if you have any more, but I saw the two. How does they relate to what's going on and mommy's career taking off like that?
Really, all the kids are excited. I have lots of nieces and nephews also that they contribute. And, the funny thing is I can always tell when something is going to be a good song when you just randomly play it for the kids and they dance.
Right.
If they move and they dance, you're like, okay, this is the one. If you put it on and they're kind of just like
looking around at you.
Yeah, that's like, okay, go back to the drawing board.
Wow. Well, happy belated Mother's Day to you as well.
Thank you. Same to you.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to interview you. Much success. She's all yours, Proper.
All right. Okay, now we're going to take some calls. Miss Marie, before we take the calls, is there any follow-up question, anything you want to ask her right quick?
Oh, no. Mm-mm.
Okay.
I just want to know her feeling about, you always have people say, I go to church, I represent, I'm a Christian, or, I'm a denomination of, this or that, but then they sell secular music. And I thought, she gave a good answer, though.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. All right, well, we're going to start taking some calls. All right, if you want to join the discussion, all you got to do is press 1. If you're listening in on the link, give us a call at 516-387-1219. And press 1. Now, we got some people that's in here that didn't press 1 that's listening, and I'm hard-headed. I like to talk to everybody because it's an interactive show. So, but if you don't want to speak, if you just want to listen, I'll respect that. We'll go on to the next person. But for the ones that press 1, we're going to get you on here. All right. And press 1. All right. Caller in the... Okay.